entertaining football questions during a special NFL feature that was shown to commemorate the start of the new season. Naturally, the engagement that was reported all over the world was also brought up. In case you missed it, in late August, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, a star for the Kansas City Chiefs, announced their engagement. Lane and mystery swapped answers while chatting from the Happy's playset. Although it was evident that Lynn was knowledgeable about football, McEntire's response stole the stage. "I got that one. Cute," Ment replied endearingly when asked to sum up Swift and Kelce's relationship in one word. "Oh, Swift and Miss are both members of the country music elite. Over the years, the two have frequently crossed paths, such as when they sat next to one another at the 2010 CMT Awards. They both had gorgeous hairstyles that evening." McEntire's 2024 Instagram post on Swift read, "Taylor is a wonderful artist, strong role model, and has done so much good for so many people and the music industry." At 8:20 p.m. ET on Thursday, September 4, Sunday Night Football will begin with a presentation. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys are playing each other. The Voice will also debut in September together with returning coaches Snoop Dogg, Michael Bublé, and Neil Hin. Miss will return to her role as coach when season 28 premieres on NBC on Monday, September 22 at 8/7 C. In season 24, Miss debuted as a coach on The Voice before her debut season in September 2023. Mentor told Newsweek, "I'm really having a wonderful time. Getting in at this time is fantastic because The Voice is well-oiled machine. Everyone, including the producers and crew, is aware of this strategy. Everyone on the program has been incredibly helpful and kind. I adore it." McEntire has refined her coach style in the next seasons. She said, "I can't be a mean judge to Newsweek. I'm learning more from the coaches every day that we're working on The Voice, including how to let artists down if they don't get chosen up. Like, they're heading home right now if none of the coaches turn around. It's good to give them advice and encourage them to return by saying, if you want to come back again, try it again next season. Maybe a song that suits you, one that you're really comfortable with, and that really shows your talent." Reba McEntire has enough experience in the entertainment industry to know when someone or something just clicks. The country music icon has witnessed love blossom and fizzle in the spotlight, from the honky-tonk stages of Oklahoma to the bright lights of Nashville, and most recently the cushy red swivel chair on The Voice. However, she didn't give a lengthy response when questioned lately about pop sensation Taylor Swift and Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. She chose neither a clever Southern slang nor a lyrical metaphor. One word came to her. Additionally, it was a word with a vast amount of significance. Reba's fiery red hair caught the mild studio lights as she smiled knowingly and remarked, "Magnetic. They are just that. Magnetic." Reba has always been able to communicate a lot with a small amount of words. Fans recall how her well-known lifted eyebrow on Reba, the show could convey more sass than 3 pages of dialogue, or how her iconic lyrics condensed entire heartbreaks into a single stanza. Therefore, she wasn't referring only to their memorable date evenings or their hand-in-hand moments at football games when she used the word magical to describe Taylor and Travis. It had to do with how they draw people in, not just to one another, but also to the environment. In a recent interview, Reba explained, "You can't help but look. They have that unique connection where people who don't watch football or know every word to Taylor Swift's songs still want to see what they're going to do next." And that wasn't false Compliment coming from Reba, who has had her share of high-profile and some very private romances. It was founded on observation, experience, and a tiny bit of her renowned Southern intuition. At the age of 35, Taylor Swift has significantly evolved beyond her initial role as a singer-songwriter. She is a storyteller, a cultural phenomenon, and a force that can use her era tour to transform towns into places of pilgrimage. One of the most accomplished tight ends in NFL history. Travis Kelce is 35 years old and has a charismatic and competitive demeanor. Together, though, when combined, they become a whole other entity. The push and pull they have seems to be captured in Reba's word choice. The physical attraction is evident in their brief kisses, sideline hugs, and the way they steal looks as if no one else is looking, although everyone is. However, they also have an emotional appeal that causes people to support them in spite of the media craze. When Taylor was seen applauding at Arrowhead Stadium while sporting the now iconic red Chiefs jacket, many noticed it. They witnessed it when Travis braved the audience during her performance in Buenos Aires and was given a shout-out in the middle of a song that drove the internet into a frenzy. They have their own orbit, and we are all spinning in it right now. Reba continued. Reba rarely comments on pop culture love tales, which is what makes her one-word blessings so noteworthy. She has performed with Kelly Clarkson, Blake Shelton, and even made an unexpected appearance with Post Malone, so she has a lot of friends in a variety of genres. However, she is not one to follow trends. Her portrayal of Taylor and Travis seems authentic due to its simplicity. A press release is not what it is. It isn't a publicity ploy. Despite having seen love, loss, and rebuilding this 69-year-old country star continues to trust in the power of something magnetic. Regarding Swift, Reba remarked, "She's a smart gal. Additionally, he seems like a decent dude. When you combine those two factors, you create something that people want to support. Magnetism has the trait of being contagious." Reba noted that the couple's relationship has accomplished something uncommon. It has united fan bases that don't often cross paths. In order to decipher Taylor's Easter eggs, ardent football fans have started streaming her record. Even Swifties who have never attended a game are suddenly proficient at play action, passes, and fourth downs. And at the heart of it all is a relationship that feels like it's making both of them better. As Reba put it, this is not the train wreck you can't look away from tabloid style. This is the subtle yet potent attraction between two individuals who appear to be working toward the same objective despite their careers taking sharp turns in different directions. They're both extremely busy. Reba continued, "That is typically the point at which many couples split up. The secret, however, appears to be that they manage to find common ground. Reba understands what it's like to have one's love scrutinized. She has experienced both the rumors and the headlines, from her marriage to Gnarl Blackstock to her long-term friendship that blossomed into a romance with Rex Linn. Perhaps this is why her one-word description contained a certain amount of hard-won knowledge." She pondered, "It's about whether you can still hear each other when the world gets too loud, not about how loudly the world cheers for you." Finding that balance later in life is demonstrated by her present partnership with Rex Linn, which fans appreciate for its sincere warmth and continual playful teasing. The same idea holds true even though Taylor and Travis are decades younger. Reba's magnetic remark resonated in partly because it reflects the sentiments of many people who have been following this relationship. It has substance. It has a pull. Cameras watched Taylor like a hawk as she entered the Super Bowl, sweet with her loved ones at her sides. Headlines went crazy when Travis took a plane across the world on his off week to see her play. Nevertheless, they appear strangely natural when they are together. I'm laughing, eating chicken tenders, whispering to one another. Reba laughed and remarked, "They remind me a little bit of young love in a small town, the entire damn world, except for their little town." Fans murmur this, questioning group conversations, and periodicals make daily guesses about it. When the NFL season concludes, will the allure diminish? When will Taylor resume her tour? When unavoidably attentive turns elsewhere. For starters, Reba doesn't make a living by forecasting breakups. She declared, "I don't have a crystal ball. However, I am aware of what it looks like when two individuals are advancing one another rather than burdening one another. And I see that at the moment sometimes you just need one word." Furthermore, magnetic fields. Surprisingly personal in a time when brand deals and hashtags are frequent.